Very good afternoon. Welcome you all back to the IoT e-learning. So let me continue with the remaining part of our chapter data and analytics for IoT of module 4. So in our previous session I discussed about edge streaming analytics. So a small recap what all we discussed in our previous session. So I discussed about what exactly we mean by streaming analytics, and analytics can be performed at three different levels in IoT. One is at the edge level, the other one is at the fog level, and the other one at the cloud level. And cloud is nothing but what we call it as a big data. And here the big data analytic tools we have already discussed, like Hadoop and then MPP and then NoSQL, and then we have discussed in detail about even Hadoop ecosystems. So now let me continue with the network analytics. Now first let's understand the difference between the data analytics and the network analytics. Basically the data analytics system is concerned with finding the patterns of the data that is generated by the endpoints. Say if I take up an example of temperature sensors or pressure sensors, the temperature or the pressure that is generated as form of data can be analyzed in the form of some data patterns. We call this as data analytics. Now what is network analytics? So network analytics is basically concerned with the discovering patterns of communication flow. Here we try to discover the patterns of communication flow that happens in a network. Like say for example, what is the bandwidth needed, or say like what is the size of the data that is getting communicated, or like how many packets are dropped while the communication is happening between one device to another device, or like what is the throughput of the data packets that are flowing in a network. So all these could be considered like a communication pattern, and to realize these communication pattern a process called network analytics is needed. So I hope now people understood what is network analytics. Network analytics is concerned with discovering patterns in the communication flow from a network traffic perspective. So the network traffic analytics has a power to analyze details of communication patterns which are basically made by our communication protocols, and that we can correlate to our network. So the network analytics allows us to better understand the normal behavior of the network, and it helps us to quickly identify any anomalies in the network, say like some suboptimal paths, or say intrusive malwares or excessive congestion can easily be identified when we compare it to our normal behavior. So that is the importance of network analytics, and analysis of such traffic patterns is the most powerful tool in today's IoT network engineering as it is concerned. So once again I'll repeat. So network analytics is concerned with discovering the patterns in the communication flow from a network traffic perspective. So if you can look at the diagram, there is a field area network. It's a smart grid field area network where the data is getting flown from several devices towards the SCADA head end, and this traffic, this data which flows through different gateways will get into our internet, which basically implements IP protocols like IPv4 and IPv6, along with our transport protocols like TCP or UDP, and then flows through these devices and reaches the SCADA head end. So while the data is getting flown from this point to this point, a network analysis can be made to realize any abnormal behavior of the network or any anomalies in the network, which could help us to secure our IoT networks in a better way. So network analytics basically offer different capabilities to cope up with capacity planning for scaling the IoT networks in order to detect an abnormal traffic flow, and in order to detect a abnormal pattern such as unusual traffic or there is a spike for a normally quiet protocol. So this network analytics helps us from preventing any disaster in the network. So what is the benefit of the network flow analytics can be realized as? These are the following advantages or benefits. Number one, the network flow analytics helps us in network traffic monitoring and profiling. It helps us in application traffic monitoring and profiling, capacity planning, security analysis, accounting, and finally data warehousing and data mining. These are the benefits of network flow analytics. Let us go through them in detail one by one. First, let me take up the network traffic monitoring and profiling. So when we take up our today's internet, which implement IPv4 and IPv6, these existing technologies or the IP technologies will help us in troubleshoot our IoT networks very easily. So that is, flow collection from the network layer provides a global and a distributed near real-time monitoring capabilities with the IPv4 and IPv6. So it becomes very easy for troubleshooting our network when we have an existing IPv4 and IPv6 security systems, and real-time problems can be solved in a much better way. That is the benefit. Then coming down to the second benefit, the application traffic monitoring and profiling. So monitoring and profiling can be used to have an advantage of a detailed time-based view of IoT access services, which includes our previous protocols that are discussed like MQTT, COAP and DNP3. So the benefit of having network analytics is that our IoT protocols like MQTT, COAP and DNP3 can better be implemented to realize the network traffic flow. Third benefit is capacity planning. So in the capacity planning, flow analytics can be used to track and anticipate the IoT traffic growth, which will help us in planning of upgraded networks, which can be used for better business insights. So this analysis affords opportunity to track and anticipate IoT network growth on a continuous basis. So it will help us to scale our IoT networks in a better way, the capacity planning. And of course, security analysis will help us from preventing different kinds of network attacks like DOS attacks, denial of service attacks. So if I take up an example of a LoRaWAN gateway, so usually the LoRaWAN gateways forward the traffic data from the server, that is from the devices towards the server. So any data flowing out of this scope would mitigate a security threat. So that is how a security analysis can be made using network analytics. Then finally, then we have an accounting as a benefit. So if we take up on a field area network where routers or gateways are oftenly isolated and which leverage public cellular services and VPNs and backhauls, deployment of these networks in a last mile network can be much more easier. If we take up an example of Cisco Jasper, so flow monitoring can be easily made available to the network management systems through accounting. And then finally we have data warehousing and data mining. Flow data can be warehoused for later retrieval and can be analyzed in support of proactive analysis of multi-service IoT infrastructure and applications. So these are the benefits. Once again I'll repeat. So the network analytics would provide us following benefits, that is the network traffic monitoring and profiling, application traffic monitoring and profiling, capacity planning, security analysis, accounting, and data warehousing and data mining. So these are the advantages of the network flow analytics. Next, coming down, there are different types of network analytics tools that can be implemented. In the introductory part of this chapter, I told you there are different data analytics tools, and pertaining to our network analytics, there are two types of tools. One is the IPFix, I told you, which is referred by a standard RFC 5101, and there is one more tool called as NetFlow, which is also called as flexible NetFlow. In short, it is called as FNF, flexible NetFlow. So these are the two different network analytics tools that are available today. So these tools are basically the technologies that are developed by Cisco Systems and are deployed across major of the IoT networks. So the advantages of FNF is, number one, it's very flexible and scalable and it performs data aggregation. Second advantage is it has an ability to monitor a wide range of packet information and produce a new information about network behavior. Third advantage, it enhances the network anomaly and security detection. The fourth advantage, user configurable flow information for performing customized traffic identification and ability to focus and monitor specific network behavior is possible. And the final advantage is convergence of multiple accounting technologies into one accounting mechanism is made possible using FNF. So these are the advantages of flexible NetFlow network analytics tool. Now let us look at the various components of this